want to talk about some more underrated artists today. So first, let's talk about Thunder Jackson. Born as Kyle Bradley, Thunder Jackson grew up in Piedmont, Oklahoma. Mr. Thunder spent a lot of his time watching his dad be an Elvis impersonator. They would go to local state fairs together and he would help his dad out with anything that he could. Kyle took a liking to any kind of music that he could get his hands on, and his dad even lied his way into getting him a gig at a bar. And by age 15, his dad was setting him up to do 3 gigs a week. And when he was 19 years old, he decided to move out to LA and pursue his dreams a little bit. And then one day, while riding in an Uber pool, Pete Lorre from Until the Ribbon Breaks was riding in the front seat. Pete then invited Kyle to come into the studio the next day and help him sing background vocals, and they've been inseparable ever since. Thunder Jackson likes to use a lot of rock, new style synthesizers, and electronic music, mixed with just really cinematic sounds, as well as using his voice as a physical instrument, just to provide like beautiful high notes and anything that he can add as texture. He really solidifies the kind of music that he's making as his own. Thunder Jackson's self-titled album is honestly one of my favorite projects to come out in the last 5 years. You'd be a fool to not give it a chance. Now let's talk about Lolo Zouai. Originally with French and Algerian descent, one day Lolo Zouai's mom got a job offer to go to New York. Lolo basically accepted the offer for her. Then she linked up with Kid Super. This allowed her to make a ton of connections, and even letting her co-write Still Down by her. After making friends with many of the members of Kid Super and moving into their basement, she produced her album High Highs to Low Lows. Lolo really likes to mix synthetic sounds with ethereal pads. She really does create mind-bending beats with siren-like vocals. Pushing harder than any artist I've ever seen, she's continuing on her journey to stardom by setting her standards higher for herself than she's even comfortable with. She's definitely gonna be making it into the world of pop faster than you can spell Zouai. If you want to get into Lolo Zouai, you really got to decide what kind of vibe you want. If you want to hear about the struggle and real life problems, I suggest you start with High Highs to Low Lows. But if you want to hear the I made it, this is who I am, go listen to Playgirl. With new music already on the way and singles like Encore, you're going to be finding Lolo in your liked very consistently. Before we continue, I want to say that this is sponsored by me. If you're looking for production, mixing, mastering, anything music related that you need remotely, my company will do it for you. We work in Pro Tools with history in FL, Logic, and Ableton with industry experience. We're also offering the first 20 people that email us a free consultation on their track. So if you just want an opinion from people that are in the industry that do this for a living, send us an email. We'll get you a free consultation. There we can even take your tracks to the next level and make them sound exactly as you want. So go to this website, browse around, see what we have to offer. You'll probably like something. Next, let's talk about Herizen. Herizen Fon Guardiola was born to parents Johnny Dread and Venice Pink, which are the coolest names ever. Herizen, also the coolest name ever, grew up as a native in Miami, Florida. With her father being a reggae musician, it's almost certain that Herizen had several musical influences growing up, but it really wasn't until 2016's Netflix hit The Get Down where she really hit her stride thanks to landing the leading role. Then after working on the soundtrack for The Get Down, she got signed to Paradigm, where she worked on many projects such as Major Laser's documentary Gimme Future, and also lending her voice over to DJs such as What's So Not to make songs like We Could Be Friends. Herizen's certain to lock you down with her down-to-earth style, her lyrics, and her chill social media. Do you know about the Sundrop Garden? Born in Dallas, Texas as June Marizi, she never really felt connected with her birth name. Wanting to focus on her sound more than her fame, she chose the name as it's unpronounceable and incredibly difficult to look up. Around the early 2000s, she decided to take a leap and go to the Philippines to study music for around a year. That 1 year turned into 7, and she found her passion. With clear influences in jazz, hip-hop, and lo-fi, everything the Sundrop Garden makes is uniquely herself. Back in 2018, she had announced that for the next 12 years, she's going to be releasing music every full moon and calling them moon drops. And earlier than that, after hitting it off with fellow artist FKJ, they began a relationship and got married 4 years later. Still going strong, they continued to create and flow together, and recently even having children. As a very spiritual artist that wants nothing more than a symbol to describe everything about her, the Sundrop Garden is certain to be your next muse. I suggest that you just start with her moon drops, her yearly drops that honestly are really different than each other. They're a little bit of a peek into her year, her life, her story, and it's always something to look forward to. Thank you for watching. If you have any artists that you think I should talk about, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I'm gonna pick them.